You pick up your phone, hit record, say a few words, then you press play. Your face changes immediately. That flat, thin voice, that can't possibly be you. But it is. That's exactly how everyone hears you every single day. Today, we are uncovering the physics of why your voice only sounds right to you, and why everyone else hears something completely different. Let us start with the basics. When someone else speaks, their voice travels as invisible pressure, waves through the air around you. Those waves hit your eardrum, it vibrates. The signal passes through three tiny bones, the hammer, anvil, and stirrup, straight into the fluid of your inner ear. This pathway is called air conduction. It is the standard route, and it is the only thing a microphone ever captures, the sound that travels through the air. But when you speak, something else happens at the same time. Your vocal cords vibrate and send waves through the air. That is the part everyone knows. At the same time, those vibrations travel upward through your jaw, your cheekbones, your skull, and arrive directly at your inner ear. No eardrum required. This second pathway is called bone conduction. And here is the key difference. Bone does not transmit all sound frequencies equally. Bone amplifies the deep, low frequencies of your voice. Specifically, the range between roughly 80 and 300 hertz. The bass, the warmth, the weight. Every time you speak, your brain receives both signals blended together. Air plus bone. The result is a richer, fuller, and deeper version of your voice than either pathway alone could produce. A microphone captures only the air. The bone-conducted bass, the part that makes your voice feel full, warm, and like yours, never reaches it. Your brain has spent your entire life expecting the blended version. When it suddenly hears only the thin, air-conducted version, the mismatch triggers genuine discomfort. Here is where history makes this even stranger. In the early 1800s, a composer named Ludwig van Beethoven began losing his hearing in his late 20s. By his 40s, he was profoundly deaf. He could no longer hear his own music through his ears, but he refused to stop composing. So he attached a thin metal rod to his piano and clenched the other end between his teeth. The vibrations from the keys traveled through the metal, through his jaw, and directly into his skull. This is how he composed the Ninth Symphony, one of the most complex and celebrated works in all of music history, written in complete silence, heard only through his bones. In the 1950s, researchers formally confirmed what Beethoven had discovered by instinct. Bone conduction is a real, measurable, and distinct hearing pathway. Not a quirk, but a fundamental part of how all humans hear themselves. They measured exactly how much richer the bone-conducted signal is. That golden zone between 80 and 300 hertz, that is the precise frequency range that makes your internal voice sound warm, full, and authoritative. And this is why your recorded voice sounds higher and thinner. It is not missing anything that others hear. It is only missing something that you, and only you, have always heard. So the next time you press play and feel that familiar discomfort, stop. You are not hearing something wrong. You are hearing the truth about your voice for the very first time. Professional singers know this better than anyone. Every serious vocalist spends hours recording themselves, gradually learning to trust the microphone version, the version their audience actually hears. Radio broadcasters in the early days of broadcasting faced this exact struggle. Their natural voice felt rich and powerful from the inside. Their broadcast voice, played back on air, sounded thin and unrecognizable to them. Today, engineers have turned bone conduction into a commercial product. These headphones sit on your cheekbones. They send vibrations directly into your skull. Your ears stay completely open to the world around you. Cyclists wear them to hear music without blocking traffic. Swimmers use them underwater, where air conduction completely fails. Soldiers rely on them in environments far too loud for standard headphones. All of it traces back to the same principle Beethoven discovered by biting a piano in the early 1800s. Sound through bone works. And it always has. So the voice you have heard your entire life, the one that sounds rich, warm, and familiar from the inside, is a private experience. A version built from both air and bone. A sound that belongs only to you. The recording is not a distortion of your voice. The recording is your voice, the way it exists in the physical world around you. The version in your head is the distortion. The beautiful, private, deeply personal distortion. If this changed the way you think about your own voice, hit that like button. Subscribe for more stories hidden inside everyday things. And leave a comment. What did you actually think the very first time you heard yourself in a recording?